Time that this video finds you. I just want to thank you for giving me a couple minutes of your time and giving me this Thursday thought on this particular subject matter. And just to let you know that wherever place you find yourself, just know that overall this is the day that the Lord has made for you. And just why not just rejoice and be glad in it? That's a decision that I have to make as well. And so just know that you're not by yourself. If you're not a subscriber with me, with Dr. Cortez D. Sims on YouTube, please press subscribe, or just look me up on on YouTube. Wow, on YouTube, and just press the subscribe button, because I'm going to be doing more featuring and probably more there, and so things can get a little bit more cleared and things like that, because I'm excited about the spreading of these Thursday thoughts, and hopefully that it can kind of give you some inspiration, some confirmation, some regulation on some things, and you can even share some things to some of your friends, family, and coworkers, which is where I really like for things to kind of circulate, so it can really help some people on some things that we deal with just as humans, in our relationships from day to day. But today, I just want to kind of talk about how emotional decision making, it could be very brutal. Emotional decision making, like we have to make decisions on everything. Make a decision on, do I want to go to the grocery store? Do I want to go and do this? Do I have to do this? The things that I have to do, the things that I need to do, and then the things that I want to do, the things that I've obligated myself to be a part of, the things that I'm responsible for. So making decisions on things, it can be very brutal if you're doing it from an emotional standpoint. But you have to be careful in your forward movement. And I'm saying it because a lot of us make statements and say, well, you know what? I made a decision on this. I made up my mind to this. This is the way it's going to be, and this is how I feel about it, and this is how it's going to go. But we have to really be careful on stop saying this is how I feel about it, because now we are incorporating making decisions moving forward based upon your feelings. Now, feelings can get us in a lot of trouble. Originally, I wanted to say that emotional decision making can be the worst, and it can be, because if you're making a decision based upon how you feel, that's not a good place. You want to make sound, calculated decisions based upon from a healthy place, a place that has been calculated, a place that has been logically thought out, a place that has been healed. So when you move forward, you don't have to insert, well, I'm making these decisions based upon the way I feel. Feelings and emotions is the expression of something that has been thought out. So you only have emotional responses based upon something that has been thought out. I'll give you an example. If you have been challenged about something, as a result of being challenged about something, that challenge can be a good challenge to be like, ooh, good, I'm very competitive. I'm ready to go ahead and do this. That can inspire you. At the same time, if you are challenged about something and it triggers something that you have in that particular area that you can relate to, you can say, oh, that thing is really affecting me. I think I want to do it like this. And before you know it, you express yourself upon a certain type of feeling. What we do, we take that same feeling and make a decision to move forward into something that was not logically and healthy, sound out and thought out. And that can be very brutal moving forward, because it may not be the response that you're looking for. It may not be the response that you're after. It may not be a response that can really generally be a great representation of yourself. And then after it's all done, you'd be like, what was I thinking at that time? What person did I give them at that time? Did I give them a person that was very uncomfortable? Yes. And because you were uncomfortable, you displayed in the open that you really didn't, you can care less, because that was an emotional decision in your decision making. And that's why it's very brutal, that you have to be careful with that. All right. So in these couple of minutes, good morning, everybody. In these couple of minutes, you definitely want to make sure that you make a decision in a healthy place. The Bible talks about that. I wish above all that you would prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. So the bottom line is, check your soul. I would say that. Check your soul. Check your soul when you make decisions. Check your soul. I wish I had known this years ago and a lot of different things. And if I did know this, I didn't know that this was the proper way to outline it. But this is by trial and error. This is by my transparency. This is by me coaching other people. This is what I've heard repetitively, is that check your soul. There's three parts to that soul that we have. Every human being had it. We were born with it. What is the soul? The emotions of a person, the mindset of a person, and the willingness of a person. So when you're moving forward, you're making decisions. You don't make decisions based upon that one area, just the emotion of the person, of anything, of that person, of who you are. All right? You don't support people based upon the emotions of the person. Because if they say, hey, I'm flared up, I'm fired up, and I'm ready to go ahead and go after it. Okay, always hear, what are you going after? What's the targeted goal? Well, my goal is to achieve this type of income by this time. Now you're getting some substance. Okay, that's the healthy place, because they really spend some time with being fed up. They spend some time with calculating the things that the ends doesn't meet. They spend some time with, this is the way I can see myself by faith, by reasoning, by goal setting, and by doing the necessary things to be in place. So now I can move forward in my movement because I spent some time with it. So I'm going to just express myself with passion because I need to go after it. Why? I have a different why of that's giving me the adrenaline, that's giving me the momentum, that's giving me the drive to get this thing done. Now I can see myself. I don't just see myself. I have faith for it at this point too. And I can move forward. But those three things of the soul, always check your soul. Your emotions about the matter, the mindset, and your willingness. So where's your mind at with it? If your mind is not transformed, you're just going to transfer to the next thing. If your mind has not been transformed to do something different, it's going to give you the same results. And then your willingness. How far are you willing to go with it? You may not feel like going. Here it is with that feeling again. You may not feel like putting that type of effort in. So that's the area of your soul that you're not completely ready. Some people will say, hey, it's time for me to move out of my place where I live at right now. All right, let's check that soul. How willing are you? Where's your willingness to do it? Oh my God, I'm willing to go ahead and move tomorrow. If they give me the money, if everything is clear, I get the approval on the loan, I get the approval on my application for my rent, I get the approval, whatever the approval is. All right, so how far are you willing to go? If today is the day that you need to get everything done and nothing is challenging you to move forward, what do you need to get done? How willing are you willing to do it? And that's what will let you know if you can make that proper decision and if you can make those great forward movements. And that right there, you guys, is rewarding. You'd be surprised. Some people will go, hey, listen, I've been preparing for months. I've bought boxes. I have tape. I'm still wrapping things. I've taken everything off the wall. I've already allotted monies to be put to the side. I've already scattered out the area where I'm going to be living at. I've already prayed. I've already, I've done all the necessary things to move forward. That doesn't sound like emotional decision making. That sounds like someone who's coming from a healthy place. A place that's been logically thought out, a place that's been balanced to figure out, does this work for me? And I can work this thing from one place to the next place. I'm content in where I'm moving forward. I'm not complacent, so I can move forward. So I had to check my soul. My mindset, and then I can express how I feel about it. Sometimes, actually almost more than just sometimes, by the time you get to the emotional part, which is just the expression of how you feel about it, you'll be able to say, I'm so excited, but I can't move on the excitement yet only. I have to move on what needs to be done to make that thing a full product. All right? I'm taking my time with this a little bit, but this is not long. So think about this. The emotions is usually the expressions of things and the effects. Okay? The expressions is how you feel about the matter. The effects is what happened to you or what is happening at the time, the effects of it. But we don't make decisions based upon the expressions and the effects of something. Somebody made you mad. I'm angry about this. Or I just want to read them off and tell them off. Take a pause. All right? This was a couple of things that you can do, a couple of tips. Take a pause, inhale, think about how it was done, think about your responsibility in it. All right? If you have no responsibility in it, you're free. You don't have to take the responsibility to move forward on something that was deflected on you, or that was targeted towards you, or that was posed or proposed to be for you to take the responsibility, and then now you need to go ahead and manage it. No, that is very dysfunctional, ladies and gentlemen. I've been there so many times. I realized I was uncomfortable because I was not supposed to be responsible on somebody else's emotional response. And it was kind of put to me like I need to make a decision on something that's too brutal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, forward this to any people, any persons that you know that can benefit from letting them know emotional decision making is brutal. All right, you have to be very, very, very careful in your forward movements, your movements as you're moving forward. Okay, make your movements from a healthy place, thought out place. Being a healthy place is the goal. All right, not a happy place. Don't base your goals and things that you move forward based upon if you're happy or not. Okay, happiness should be the result of healthy. Okay, you are happy because you're at a healthy place. And you could be at a healthy place without anything material. You're just in a healthy place to feel, hey, I'm alive. I feel my strength. My soul is in a good place. My emotions is intact. My mindset is stable. All right. My willingness, I wanted to go forward. Today, I wanted to go forward. When it's time to go, when the green light is green, I'm already at the green mark. Get marked. Get set. At your mark. Get set. Go. You can go because your whole soul is intact. You're at a stable, healthy place. You can move forward. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great, great weekend. Your mindset is everything. Okay? Let this mind be in you that is also in a power, in a higher power. All right? Some of us call it Christ Jesus. Some of us call it and what's living within us. It's all God, ladies and gentlemen. It's what living inside of you. All right? So, once again, the emotional decision making can be very, very brutal. All right? So be careful in your forward movements. Be careful in your forward movements. It's not a scare tactic. It's not scarcity. It's not something that you should be all spooky about. No, just be careful. All right? Just be careful. Be careful on how you move forward. It's definitely important for you to do that as you move forward. This is still your season. This is still your turn. This is definitely your time. And everything is moving forward on your behalf. All right? Thank you. Take charge. Take care.